There is a nexus between the misuse of pesticides and many cancers. That's the word from Chief Medical Officer at the Ministry of Public Health, Dr. Shamdeo Prasad, who was speaking on the dangers associated with misuse of pesticides.
It will lead to, people's heart racing, their respiration going, they can't breathe, they have problems with their eyes, some people get ringing in their ear, they start skin reaction, sweating, sensation of dizziness, people faint, people die, even sometimes with acute exposure. So immediately, and those are, a lot of people say, well, if those things aren't happening, then it's probably not dangerous. All right, but what I'd like to make you aware of is that some of the things that don't happen, sometimes.
His comment came on Tuesday during a graduation ceremony hosted by the Ministry of Agriculture's Pesticide and Toxic Chemicals Control Board for participants of the Pest Control Applicators program. He added that there are many other negative effects of such exposure, including birth defects. Chief Instructor and Chairman of the Pesticides and Toxic Chemicals Control Board, Dr. Leslie Monroe, outlined the success of the program since its initiation in 2014 and congratulated participants for a job well done.
I'm proud of the graduating class. They did very well. It was difficult for some people who were not really exposed to science before, but at the end of the exercise, people persevered and did exceedingly well.
One thing that came across clearly was the need for the use of protective gear during exposure to toxin and chemicals, since failure to adhere to this advice can be detrimental to health. Dr. Monroe offered some advice to persons who use pesticides in their homes.
The fact that they use them in the home, people believe they don't cause harm, but they do. But as Dr. Prasad mentioned, you really suffer from acute poisoning if you use very high concentrations. But it's chronic and you use those low dosages. You don't feel anything. And you mentioned that these things cause cancer too, but it doesn't develop till years after.
The top graduating student at the basic level was Rayon Branford, and the highest at the intermediate level was Mahendra Prasad. For Age GP Nightly News, I am Dennis Glasgow.